Buonasera, buonasera, sono cottissimo ma ci siamo. Come state? Vi ricordo che attualmente online c'è Penguin con scacchi su umido con video part, eh, poi Knobby's Botch con poi emulare che passione con All Wars e Wiki, apre il domino con giochi retro, scaldabagno con GG con Cicli con It Take Two e Kate con Identity File. Ok. Mentre Crosta so che è in ritardo, quindi molto probabilmente a breve inizia. D'altro non so. Possiamo iniziare a giocare, quindi se il gioco vecchio me lo identifica, gli audio siamo a posto, sì, sono tutti attivi. Andiamo avanti. Vi ricordo che in italiano, cioè in inglese con il sottotitolo in italiano e si spera che funzioni decentemente. Ciao Molly, ciao Daniel. Alexa, news. Vediamo un po' quello che riusciamo a fare. Tutto bene? E beh, come ho scritto nel titolo, a casa tutto bene. Sì, sì. Avevo un po' di mal di testa alla fine, cioè una volta arrivato a casa, ma è perché la questione è stato il fatto che le persone quando dietro hanno le macchine non tolgono il faro posteriore antinentre e quindi hai perennemente sparaflesciato un faro rosso nell'occhio e diciamo che per 2 ore e mezza non fa bene. Ovviamente io ho tenuto le distanze, però niente da fare, loro continuavano ad averlo anche se io ero o troppo vicino o troppo lontano, allora non importava. Ma sì, vabbè, ho preso solo pastiglie, è passato tutto. Ho mangiato un po' di prosciutto, un po' di crescenza e un po' di... come si chiama? Mm, un po' di pan biscotto e è andato tutto bene. Ok, dovevo fare qualcosa alla grafica dei sottotitoli, se era possibile. Aiuti aggiuntivi, no? Salva, carica, carichiamo. Comunque non so se la gente lo sa, ma comunque qua in Lombardia si è sentito del terremoto, non ci sono stati danni, telefono che squilla. E l'unica cosa, un po' di spavento. Da quello che si è raccontato, che mi hanno raccontato, è stato solo un forte boato e poi
A set of scales, maybe for overweight patients. They certainly look a bit more solid than the ones you have in your bathroom at home. A set of scales, maybe for overweight patients. There's a
stetoscopio.
stethoscope. Presumably someone from the clinic forgot it when
Clinica.
washing their hands. Doc Newhouse has definitely still got his.
Allora lo prendiamo.
I'll take it with me. They ought to be able to rustle up another one here.
Mio. Comodo.
Typical hospital chic.
Posso fare un riassunto? Volentieri.
There's a little medicine bottle lying here. Perhaps it belonged to the patient who was here before my mother.
Ok.
Laxativa. A powerful laxative.
Potente lassativo.
Sounds useful.
Ok. Breve introduzione. Noi siamo questo ragazzo che è venuto qui durante le vacanze estive da sua madre. Madre è questa persona qua. In questo paesino sulla costa, il quale sta facendo un lavoro estivo per raccimolare qualche lavora presso uno studio fotografico e il tipo fa diciamo proprietario in gergo gentile è uno stronzo. Per non dire altre attitudini a cui è crosta, sì. Noi siamo crosta. No, dai. Io voglio bene a crosta, non è crosta questa. Comunque, noi lavoriamo presso quello studio lì fotografico. Quello che abbiamo fatto presso che era un po' introduttivo, cioè trovare un fusibile rotto, aggiustarlo, poi siamo usciti dallo studio perché dovevamo della roba alle poste e abbiamo incontrato una ragazza, la ragazza doveva fare delle foto e come si dice, subito il nostro capo si è offerto di fare delle foto a lei in cambio di avance molto spinte, almeno così a raccontare la ragazza quando l'abbiamo rincontrata dopo il pacco dalle poste e dopo aver consegnato una lettera alla proprietaria del bar, sempre proveniente dal capo, si dice, dal nostro capo. Dopodiché, come si dice, mentre eravamo al bar a consegnare il bigliettino, ci ha fermato un medico dell'ospedale, il quale ci aveva detto di provare a sentire la madre perché doveva parlare appunto con la madre riguardo, come si dice, riguardo a dei quadri che aveva in soffitta. Va bene. Sì, per il momento non c'entra nulla. L'unica cosa che hanno fatto vedere del primo Black Mirror è che proprio all'inizio, prima di giocare, hanno fatto vedere le cause dell'incendio dell'ala est, se non mi sbaglio, quella dell'inizio gioco dove appunto noi dopo abbiamo trovato dove c'era tutto bruciato, eccetera. Hanno fatto vedere un filmato di quella scena lì, con i protagonisti appunto del primo. E non è minimamente collegato per il motivo, se non che ci hanno spiegato che comunque la madre lavorava, senza dire il nome, appunto in un castello di nome Black Mirror. Sta di fatto che appunto noi abbiamo detto vabbè, al medico ti telefonerò quando posso, per vedere come mai si è dimenticato di questo appuntamento. Si dovevano trovare al bar. Noi arriviamo appunto, ritorniamo al lavoro dicendo guarda che ho consegnato quella cosa lì, eccetera. Dopodiché utilizziamo il telefono eh, per provare a sentire la madre, dato che c'eravamo, appunto per capire che cosa era successo. Noi proviamo a telefonare, ma da occupato. Il nostro capo ci vede telefonare e dice che cacchio fai? Noi rispondiamo, telefoniamo a nostra madre, che c'è gente che la stava aspettando, io naturalmente volevo un attimo sapere come stava, dato i suoi problemi di mal di schiena, e lui dice, ah, quella vecchia pazza. Aveva telefonato prima dicendo cose senza senso, ma io ho riattaccato. Noi un po' mezzo sconcertati abbiamo detto, e quindi? Quindi niente. Allora noi siamo corsi a casa per magari stava chiedendo aiuto, per del genere. Troviamo sdraiata in casa, per terra. Di conseguenza subito telefonare al medico, all'ambulanza, del genere. E dopodiché, vabbè, un attimo a prendere i documenti vari per poter andare all'ospedale con tutte pronte le cartelle, tessera sanitaria, eccetera. Riportiamo e dopo del tempo si vede che later time eh, possiamo andare appunto qua dove c'è la nostra madre, sino che addirittura ci dicono che la copertura assicurativa di nostra madre è scaduta, cioè non è stata pagata l'ultima rata. E noi ho detto chi se ne frega, curate, dopo ci penseremo. E la tipa dell'ospedale, e noi possiamo anche salvarla, però non è detto che dopo potete ritornare a casa perché la dovrete impegnare. Proprio la felicità di questo posto. E niente, ci hanno detto che alla fine la madre al momento è in coma e non è detto che si risveglia. Fine. E noi siamo, cioè, ci hanno detto se fossimo arrivati prima forse avremmo potuto fare di più. E subito il nostro pensiero è stato se io gli telefonavo prima, no. Allora, se il mio capo non faceva lo stronzo e avesse mandato qualcuno per vedere se era successo qualcosa a nostra madre, ecco, cose di questo genere. In poche parole, siamo incazzati col mondo.
The monitor shows my mother's vital signs: pulse, breathing, etc. No idea if the values are positive. monitor shows my mother. That doesn't belong to my mom. Maybe it's from the person who was in here before. I guess I should have packed a case like that for my mother too.
Ok, con lo spazio possiamo vedere che cosa possiamo trovare. Ok, stetoscopio, teiera vuota. Macchina fotografica, tessera di assicurazione, barra di... Oh. Dovevamo parlare con nostra madre che
It seems to... She looks so weak. My mom always had a fighting spirit, and all this just because she tripped. Probably rushing around again, doing someone or other a favor. And then that stupid cupboard. Oh, and Fuller. If he even... I'm gonna squeeze him dry for this.
Ah, Fuller è il nome del nostro capo.
No, I can't tell you that. You can talk to her son if you like. He's just... There he is.
Hey! Hey! You!
È un tipo losco.
What the hell? A nurse, and perhaps an administrator as well. They could well be one and the same nowadays. The way things look, it seems that healing the patients is a kind of secondary activity. Hi.
Hello, Mr. Michaels. What can I do for you?
Quel tizio misterioso ci ha insospettito fin dall'inizio perché l'abbiamo sempre visto prendere e andare di su, ma senza un apparente motivo.
What do you think? You reckon my mom's gonna be okay?
Oh, you never can know. But for sure there are people who come out of comas after much worse accidents than your mother's.
And folks who die from much less serious accidents.
You mustn't give up hope. Pray for your mother.
Statistically speaking, that has no effect whatsoever. Will save my time. What did that guy want?
He was asking about your mother.
What did he want to know?
He wanted to know if
she made it?
Yes. But I told him we're not allowed to give out patient information. He ought to speak to you.
I don't know the guy, but he's gone out of his way to avoid me twice already. You know who he is?
I'm sorry, no. But he's got an accent. I think he's British. But with something else too.
Interessante.
Listen, I don't want that guy anywhere near my mother. You understand?
Of course.
This Dr. Newhouse, what's he like?
Oh, he's very charming. A really nice guy. He isn't from around here. He came to Bideford a couple of years back. But he's really settled and got on well, and...
Yeah, nice story. I wanted to know if he was a competent doctor.
Oh, yes, of course. He used to run a huge hospital in Atlanta. He's apparently rather overqualified to be working in a little place like Bideford. But I think he enjoys the small town life. Your mother is in good hands.
Ok.
Are you from around here?
You could say that. I grew up here.
Then you surely must be able to tell me some exciting stories about the place.
Ah, well, not really all that much happens here. You know, a young woman killed herself a couple of years back. She jumped into the ocean, and they had to call in extra divers to help search for her. They didn't save her, though. They never even found the body. But apart from that, There's never really much happening here.
You mean Carrie? Did you know her?
Yes, we used to go to aerobics together.
Any idea why she killed herself?
We'd all like to know the answer to that one. She was always so happy. We used to have lots of laughs together. But then, she changed. She also stopped coming to the sports events, and I lost touch with her. I had no idea she was having such a hard time with herself.
Thanks for the info. About all this insurance garbage.
Best to have a look through your mother's bank transfers. If she's transferred the money, then it's up to the bank and the insurance company to slug it out between themselves. You can simply drop it by with the certificate if you like. Then I'll see to it.
Ok.
Thanks. About all this insurance garbage.
Ah, quindi,
Best you can simply drop it by with the certificate if
quindi
you like.
dobbiamo trovare qualcosa a
Thanks.
casa. Un foglio.
Thanks very much for the information.
No problem.
C'è qualcosa di interessante. Delle siti.
I don't want to just sit here and wait for some news. I can drop by at any time and ask how she's doing.
Delle riviste. Viste e riviste.
A few glossies and a health magazine. A few glossies and a health magazine. When the Temple of Liberty has been established, will the people know how to decorate it? We're decorating our country of liberty with cameras. Who are people scared of? Themselves?
Siti a rotelle.
My mom told me how she feared having to spend the rest of her life in a thing like this, even long after the car crash. Her back was seriously injured, and no one could tell her if she would ever walk again. Miraculously, I was left unhurt by our car crash. My mom was in hospital for months. My father died at the scene of the accident.
Che
I was
sfiga.
about 3 years old back then. I can't remember the accident. Nor my father.
Questo qui è una vita felice. Hai? Un momento felice. Ok, verso la casa. Andiamo a casa dove?
There's nothing else of interest in there, and I can earn my own money. When I was a kid, we used to always argue about how long I was allowed to watch TV. I used to be able to sit in front of that thing for hours. Now you couldn't get wild horses to drag me in front of one. I can count myself lucky the damn thing didn't completely frazzle my brain. Mom's into music. That's one thing we have in common, though our tastes are a little diverse. Mom's Beethoven doesn't mix that well with Nirvana.
Con il Nirvana. Va bene.
Mom's into music. That's one thing we
Con
have in common,
i
though
Pearl
our
Jam.
tastes are a little diverse. Mom's Beethoven doesn't mix.
Telescopio.
Mom watched whales with this telescope. This is a whale region. The whales swim past here twice a year on their route between Mexico and Canada. A nice one. Quite classical. And it looks quite expensive for Mom's taste. You can swivel the telescope on the tripod, and hey, there's a compass attached to the top to show the direction you're looking.
Dovrebbe tenere i
There are pictures of me and
documenti.
Mom in the cabinet. I can't see any pictures of my father here. Mom hasn't got many of him. I guess the memory of his death is too painful for her. When I was a child, I always wanted to know who my father was. Mom told me about him, and finally showed me some pictures. That was the only time I've ever seen pictures of him.
Scrivania. Solo il telefono.
I don't have to call right now.
Mhm. Scrittoio.
There's no choice. I can't believe I've got to scrabble around in my mother's private things so the damn insurance company doesn't let her die. I mean, what are they gonna do if I can't find any proof that my mother transferred that money? Throw her out of the door in her bed? Alright, come on, Darren.
Che cacchio? Un enigma. Bello questo enigma. Mi sembra di riconoscerlo. Così sì. Però questa parte si lega di più. È bello ma complesso. Tecnicamente questo deve andare a finire qua. Oppure anche questo comunque sta qua in basso. Questo va bene qua? Sì. Penso che deve essere invertita questa roba qua. No, questo allora va di qua. Ok. Perché? Era bello il disegno alla fine.
A packet of cigarettes. Is Mom a secret smoker? Oh, there's just playing cards in it. I'd have been surprised. Pencils. Run-of-the-mill pencils. I'll leave that here. You always need a sharpener for pencils, and I can't see any here. A little wooden box. I've never seen it before. Ah, there's Mom's transfer book. That's what I was looking for. I'll take both. I don't know about all this kind of stuff. Let's see. I reckon that these are my mom's account transactions. This is the rent, and here's 18 bucks, 45 to the phone company. Aha, and here's the transfer to the insurance company. That's from last month, so she has paid. Those guys need to kick up the butt. What's this? A letter? Dear Rebecca, I have received your letter and am pleased that you're well.
Felice
Of course, I
di
will furthermore
sapere
send you the
che
full
stai
amount.
bene. Ovviamente,
Your suggestion is well intended,
quanto
and
prima
I
ti
wouldn't have
va
expected anything else
da
from you.
cibo,
But there's absolutely no question
il
about
tuo
your receiving any
suggerimento
less, even if he has now left home.
è stata più che
You have done a
preziosa.
wonderful job.
Non
It's now time that you
mi
did something for yourself.
è stata
Enjoy your life in
di
Maine.
da parte
With
tua,
love,
ma non è
C.
alcun dubbio che tu possa non ricevere quanto guido, anche ora che non vive più con te. Hai svolto il tuo lavoro magnificamente ed è ora che tu dedichi un po' di tempo anche a te stessa. Goditi la vita nel Maine con affetto C. Molly, dipende tutto qua. A me piace perché appunto mi ricorda quello dei numeri, che era abbastanza semplice. Quello col disegno è un pochettino più complesso, però mi piace anche quello. È un enigma proprio di puzzle. È un puzzle tutto qua.
Strange. The full amount. Even if he's out of the house now? What's that all about? Here's my mom receiving a fat payment from, a $1,500 transfer from a bank in England. BCW Bank, Willow Creek Branch. Willow Creek?
Willow
That name's
Creek.
familiar. Mom used to live in England, but was it in this, Willow Creek? And who is this C character? And why is he sending her money? Here it is again. And there! She seems to get the same amount every month. Seems to be practically her only source of income. I don't get it. She always told me she got a monthly injury compensation payment from insurance of the guy who caused the crash, which also killed my father. I definitely wasn't supposed to see that. Suppose it didn't really matter to me either. It's just that... It's just not like my mother to keep secrets from me. I'll ask her why she's lied to me as soon as she gets better.
Questo?
The little wooden box I found in my mother's bedroom. It's quite hefty, seems to be solid wood. It won't open. There are some kind of symbols on the lid, but I can't even begin to work out what they are.
Va bene. Altre cose non ci sono qua dentro. Speriamo che non sia schiattata la madre nel mentre. Che succede? È riempito di gente.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Michaels. What can I do for you?
I have my mother's bank transfers here. She's already paid for the damn insurance.
I was thinking the same thing myself. You know, the insurance company has made a boo-boo. Can I have them? Don't worry, I'll get on it.
So that will be the end of it then?
Yes, I'll clear it all up with them.
Good.
Andiamo a trovare la mamma. E c'è un medico qua.
The monitor shows my mother's vital signs. Pulse, breathing, etc. No idea if the values are positive.
Ah, che spavento!
Don't go through the mirror.
Mom? Mom, are you awake? Did I just imagine that? No, I couldn't have. My wrist still hurts. She must have been terribly afraid of something. But what did she mean?
Sono cattivi però, eh?
I'm standing here in front of my mother who's lying in a coma, and all I can think of is her lying to me about her accident. Just what kind of a person am I? Her total sincerity and starry-eyed idealism always annoyed me. I always had an honest and decent example in my mind's eye, if I wasn't being perfect myself. But now I'm sure that she lied to me, and I'm even more unhappy about that. What else is she hiding from me? And why? A soda machine chucks out various kinds of sugared water. A soda machine. There seems to be dozens of cameras in this building. Perhaps they should film the screens, just to make sure everything's being filmed. At least there aren't any cameras in the patient's rooms, or in the restroom. We'll have to wait until the year 2000 for that. A gray door with a frosted glass window. The sign over there says pathology.
Ok. Un telefono pubblico. A proposito, ieri sera ho trovato un telefono pubblico attivo.
A coin-op telephone. It says out of order.
Ok, questo è fuori uso.
If I was needing some small change, then I might take a closer look at it. But not right now. Jebediah Biddeford or something like that, I guess. What a flashy thing that is. Probably some tourist's cool ride. Europeans in particular confuse New England with California and think they should be driving around in convertibles, Mustangs. Most of the year, an open-top car is a bad idea around here. With that kind of weather, Biddeford should make the raincoat a national uniform.
Ok. Comunque ci sono delle nuvole troppo realistiche. Hamburger mangiati oggi.
Ugh, not a particularly pleasant smell. It's a trash can from the diner. There'll be plenty of leftovers in there. How nice. That's stinking garbage, and I have no particular interest in it.
Me lo mantienetto.
A red, white, and blue string of lights. God bless America. A red, white, and blue string of
Entriamo dentro. È una guardia.
A guy in a uniform. Seems to be a security guard. Someone who guards over other people's money for money. The pinnacle of our society. Mrs. Biber?
I'll be right there.
Mi fa cliccare. Adesso sì.
I'm only the messenger. I've got no idea what's going on here. I can't stand Fuller either, but
But you still work for him, don't you? Making some nice dough. Problem is, it's not his money. It's...
Ah,
Sorry, Mrs. Biber?
fammi finire 2 discorsi.
Can you tell me anything about Carrie? She's supposed to have killed herself?
Yeah, Carrie. She was a really sweet girl. Always ready to help, always friendly. She wanted to open a kindergarten here. There's not much in the way of childcare around here. Parents have to take their kids for miles to find a place. She was such a lovely girl. She still had her whole life in front of her.
I saw a photo of her in Fuller's shop window. She was really pretty.
If I'd only known. Poor thing.
How do you mean?
It's not important. Too late anyway. All right, what is it?
I was just asking, what Fuller...
Listen, I ain't got the time, nor do I want to talk about that
Va bene.
scumball. Bug off.
Whoa, that can't be right. It's the guy from the hospital with Fuller. Who is that guy? And what's he gonna do with Fuller? I ought to listen in. I can still get Fuller a talking to afterwards.
Cortile su. Quante robe da guardare.
Fuller hung out the laundry yesterday for him and his mother. I just found it somewhat surprising that a fat ass like him does the laundry for his mother. Alarming, even. The man is way past 40 and gets bossed around by his mother.
Fanno degli attrezzi.
An ancient, rickety tool shed. This is where Fuller keeps the junk that he doesn't just throw somewhere in the yard. So, not much. There's also a reel of fishing line. A reel of fishing line. There seems to be a little still on it.
Non lo
An
prendiamo.
ancient, rickety tool shed. length of tow rope, a bit more than 2 meters long and in great condition. If somebody told me the old fat pig dumped poisonous waste, then I'd completely believe it. I don't understand why Fuller doesn't just get this stuff picked up. What does he want to keep it for? That's the cage for Fuller's mother's dog. But the dog is usually in the house. At least, I've never seen it here in the cage. That's the cage for Fuller's mother's
Secchio.
dog. A completely rusted bucket with big holes in the bottom of it. I could reach the basement through the light well, but removing the grill would make too much noise. And apart from that, I'd never get up the creaky basement staircase quietly. I've got to find another way. I could, and apart from that... The window is directly above the door. Perhaps I can somehow unhook the lock through the window. The window... Damn! The door is locked. There's a little hook that's keeping the door locked. I've got to reach it somehow. The door is locked from it. I can't hear anything here. They're too far away.
Ho provato.
I've got to be careful. Fuller's talking to that guy on the other side of that window. I can't understand anything, but if I'm not careful, they'll see me. Just the noise of the heating pipe. I'll never get those bars out of the wall. I can forget that. I'll never get those bars out of the wall. I can forget. I can hear that they're talking, but no idea what about.
Un po', magari abbiamo sbloccato.
Ropes are always good.
Che palle.
Only the line, I'm afraid. No hook.
Vediamo.
I'm not gonna get anywhere with the fishing line on its own. The
Ok.
handle's busted off.
Perfetto.
Not exactly a fish. That should work. I've just got to be really quiet. If the handle hits against the door, they're both sure to hear it. Done it. And they didn't notice anything. The door is open again. I can go in. I just hope it doesn't squeak.
Yeah, Angelina. That might have been it. I wrote down the surname as well. For another $10, I might even remember where I put
Not necessary. I know her surname. And your assistant, what about him?
What assistant? Oh, you mean Darren? That's my errand boy. He works here in the semester holidays.
A good errand boy is worth a lot. What do you know about him?
Why are you interested in him? You want to poach him from me? No problemo. For $100, I'll even write his notice straight away. What the hell? We'll say 50.
Not interested. Do you know him well?
What's with all the questions? His mother came in and asked if he could work here for a few weeks. He's a pussy! One of the eternally afflicted. Oh, I feel so bad and the world is so unfair and it all makes no sense. Boo-hoo.
So you don't know
Che
him?
spavento.
And I've got no
That was close. They're both heading for the exit, and I'm none the wiser. Who is this guy following then? Me? Or Angelina? And why? I'm gonna ask Angelina about the man. She's British, and that guy's got a British accent. You never know, perhaps she knows him. But first, I've got unfinished business with Fuller.
Così.
Perhaps I could even crack the safe. But at the moment, I don't have a good reason to put my life on the line for it. I don't know what Fuller would do if he caught me. Nothing in the whole damn world would make me want to open this door. You've just got to have a look around here to get the impression of what it looks like in
È
there.
una sfera.
No. A used up, chewed up ballpoint pen.
Mappa
He
del...
definitely doesn't need it anymore. And if he does, well, even better. What have we got here? The US, Hawaii, something illegible, and Europe. Fuller's smeared half of it with his filthy paws. A greasy map of the world. My World Tour is written next to it. A few places are marked. The USA around Utah, Arizona. Then over to Hawaii. Afterwards comes North Africa, possibly Egypt. Then China, and then Europe. Looks like somewhere in Germany. Should I go through Fuller's garbage? Well, that would mean going through the whole house. I don't think so. The fatso lives on coffee and burritos. That ought to make
Pochino
for an early
cioccolato e
death.
cibi cotto al microonde.
Fuller ate a microwave burrito with, chili chocolate turkey filling yesterday. I didn't even know that kind of thing exists. But it does.
Va bene.
Those are Fuller's dirty shoes for outside. In here, he wears other dirty shoes. If there was a garden outside and not just a garbage dump, I'd have guessed that Fuller wore them to work in the garden. There's clay and earth on the soles. Hey, there's a small opening. I could easily fit my finger in there. Let's see. It seems
Che
to be a
spavento,
mechanism to
mon.
wind it up. Behind it is a little button. A cheapo old-time cuckoo clock. A testament to Fuller's fine taste for stylish interior decoration. I think think Fuller took his mother on a world tour a few years back. Might be a kind of souvenir. Let's see. It seems to be a... I can't wind the clock up, but I can push this button.
Cacchio! Che spavento! Non so se mi ha spaventato adesso più Mollica o quell'orologio.
Hey, where's the big jellyfish? The picture frames could do with being a little more professionally presented. But to be honest, they don't really deserve it. On my first day, my friendly boss made it very clear to me that he kept an exact account of the amount of money in the till. A little hint that I shouldn't consider ripping them off. That's a light box for looking at slides and negatives. It works. It works. No wonder Fuller needs some distraction. You don't even get 5 customers a day in here. The postcards all show scenes from New England. They're the regular cards you see everywhere around here. Many of the things here are overpriced, but that's obvious. There's only one photo store in town. He takes advantage of that.
Ma? Un dato di codice?
What the heck? A secret door hidden behind the photo backdrops.
Keep your hand.
What the hell are you doing here, boy?
Keep your hands off, Fuller! Because of you, my mother's in a coma.
What have I got to do with your mother? Out! Out of my basement! Go on, get out of here!
You should have told me that she called. It was obvious that something was wrong. I swear I'm gonna...
You threatening me? You? Threatening me?
If she doesn't wake up, I am gonna...
Out! Get out of here already! You're fired! Out! Out! Out!
You better pray she doesn't die. That's the only thing that'll save your fat ass.
Get out of here! If I ever catch you here again, you'll end up next to your mother.
You're gonna regret this,
You'll
Fuller.
never do anything, you pussy! You haven't got the balls! You haven't got the guts! You got nothing!
I'll think of something. I'll get him back. That man's gonna pay, you just wait. But I still need the film with Angelina's pictures on it from one of his camera. I could use his darkroom to develop the film with prints. If he's not gonna pay me, then that'll do as a partial payment. Now all I have to do is somehow get him out of the store.
Oggi ne abbiamo 18. Giusto. Grazie Molly per tenermi sempre a conto di quanti sbadigli faccio.
New England Photo Service. I reckon a person has to be pretty damn desperate to have their pictures taken at Fuller's place. But he's the only photographer in town. And there are plenty of tourists here. Presumably he does most of his business with them. I can't explain it any other way, just how he keeps his head above water. There's no point sneaking in again. I've got to lure Fuller out of the shop first, so I can take care of Angelina's photos.
Provo a utilizzare il telefono. Ah no, questo qui è fuori uso.
Huh. I could try to lure Fuller out of the store with a phone call, but I've got no idea
Va
how.
bene,
And he'd
ci
recognize
fermiamo
my
qua.
voice too. Perhaps I can
Retta
find
l'abbiamo
someone who'll do it
fatta.
for me.
Salva partita. Non esageriamo perché sono decisamente comunque stanco. Ok. Fine. Allora, ringrazio tantissimo tutti voi care persone che siete passate di qua. Ringrazio Molly per avermi tenuto compagnia comunque in chat. Grazie di conseguenza anche Daniel che sono quello che è lì vicino. Io adesso vi lascio in compagnia di Prostati che sta facendo Football Manager 2022. Vi auguro un buon proseguimento di serata e una buona notte. E che cosa d'altro?
E Giacomo è
Non
qua.
è, non è Giacomo ma è Daniel. Ok. Niente. Ci vediamo domani.